Hello everyone, welcome to round 5, the final round. See if we can go 4-1 here. We'll be on the play. Ooh. I do actually like this hand, and I am going to keep it. See, we do have the Deliverance here to cycle, and we have Traverse the Open Wilds, so we're going to go ahead, fire that off, find a swamp, play Grim Flare. We have 2 draw steps to hit an untapped Black Source. So we can play a turn 3 Liliana. If we keep hitting our land drops, we got Tireless Tracker into Gear Hulk, so it's pretty, I think this is a reasonable keep. Okay, against zombies. Interesting. Alright, well that's a little unfortunate, but I'm going to go ahead and play Grim Flare. We got one more turn. Oh man, drawing a untapped Black Source would be wonderful here. I will cycle this Deliverance next turn to try and find a land, so we do have 2 shots of finding a land, but unfortunately no second play next turn. Sure, discarding a Plains. Okay, so this is the white version. Ooh. Interesting. So I do have the option here of just playing Winding Constrictor, and I think I might just take that because next turn an untapped source allows me to get things going with Rishkar. It does really hurt, but again, Rishkar does add mana as well. I'm not really in the market to trade a Grim Flare for what is effectively a Plains. Even if I hit another 2-drop next turn, I think the play is probably to just cycle Deliverance to try to hit 3rd land. Oh wow. Really? Main deck Lost Legacy? Are you serious? What are you going to choose? Oh, okay. Well, that sucks, but whatever. That is an interesting card to main deck. My opponent essentially time walking themselves, and I won't draw another Grim Flare for the rest of the game. Like, there is a chance that that wasn't going to happen anyway. Um, ugh, man, that's rough. Okay. So, can we get Delirium right now? No, we can't. It just goes instant. I will probably. Okay, so I'm gonna fetch for a Black Source here. Do I attack with the Constrictor? No, I don't think I do. I'm gonna want that Constrictor. I am gonna cycle this end of turn though. The reason I didn't do a main phase was because. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Cycle. Oh, interesting. Okay. So that's effectively going to go up to 4. I think what do I want to fire this off on? As much as what do I have here? Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill the zombie. Because again, my Liliana can take care of this Crypt Breaker at some point. They don't have any other zombies either, so I'm not really upset with that. As much as I want to play this Tireless Tracker, I'm going to go ahead and fire off Rishkar. Plant these. and then no matter how they block, um, either they lose all their guys or Gideon goes to 2. I'm okay with that. So with Crypt Breaker on here and Knight on here, Gideon will go to 2. Yes, which is what I expected them to do. I'm okay with that. They have no board presence, and Gideon is not at its maximum loyalty. If he wants to tick up here and swing, fine. Next turn I have Verter Skierhulk. I have Liliana. I have Tracker. Yeah, that's fine. Liliana can pick that off. Okay, that's a little annoying, but sure. Gideon doesn't die if I just swing with everything. I do want to kill it. So again, I'm going to hold off on this Tracker. So if he blocks here, that's 3-1, tramples over, so I need to put at least 1 on there. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute though. No, it's still okay. So I want 1, 2, and 1, just like this. So 6, so 3 will trample over. And then I'll swing with Rishkar as well. Oops. Cool. So I think Gideon dies here. Yeah. So just gonna let Gideon die. That's fine. My board presence is just monstrous right now. Let's see what they're... Okay, Servant. Okay, that's fine. It's my Delirium here. Okay, so he's just going to concede. That looks good. So because he runs Gideon, Gideon is a good card against me. I am going to bring in the another Never, and I'm going to bring in the Yahane's Expertise. I do have 3 of them. Gonti's not spectacular. To the Slaughter is actually a decent card to bring in here. Not really a fan of Obnixilis. Dissenter's Deliverance is effectively garbage. Although less so than other artifact removal. I'm not thrilled on Kalidas. In the mono black matchup, it's quite good. For now, I'll leave it in though. I cut 1 Walking Ballista. Nissa seems okay. I'm okay with cutting 1 though. Yeah, we'll cut 1 Nissa and try it like this. So I don't think this version of the deck runs the Mythic from Eldritch Moon. Yeah, this is fine. Whatever it's called. The Relentless Dead thing that's incredibly annoying, especially when they start flooding out. Alright. Like this. I think I'll lead on Grimflare just in case of some removal. I can maybe filter, get some lands in. Yeah, so this tells me he's got a Fatal Push in hand. I'm gonna go ahead, play Grimflayer. You can go ahead and Fatal Push it. You have another one in hand, so. Yep, alright. What? Forsaken Sanctuary? Really? Okay. Okay. So now we have an interesting choice here. Either Nissa or Liliana. And I like the idea of Nissa first. Next turn we have Constrictor and Grimflayer. We have Liliana if they play something with 1 toughness. They most likely have a Gideon in hand, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I'll continue making some plants. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they get either Rishkar or Liliana. So all of these are safe. Whiny Constrictor, Grimflayer. So take Liliana, that's fine. I am okay with that. So next turn, it looks like it's Whiny Constrictor, Grimflayer, and then most likely down tick Nissa. Now they could have. I'm gonna play the forest because they know about that. So I think it's So we'll go Whiny Constrictor first. Grimflayer. Sure. Okay. That actually makes things a little easier now because I think I'm gonna uptick Nissa. I think he probably should have waited until I decided to downtick Nissa. So I just have creatures in the yard. That's unfortunate. Is this Gideon? No. Lord of the Accursed. Okay. You might have Fatal Push in hand, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and play Rishkar. I'll put it on Rishkar and on the Grimflayer. Ooh, am I gonna get a trigger here? Awesome. So, oh boy. Well, every single one of these is going into the yard. Thank God I got that. I got that hit through. We'll tick up Nissa. And let's say go. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot here. The only thing is our opponent looks like they have a lot of action in hand. Might have a Lily on his Mastery. I'm not sure how many copies the white-black deck plays. Sure. Nothing, eh? Darn. Okay, so I think... so we play the land here. I'm gonna swing with Grimflayer. try to get Delirium. Ooh, okay. So if I put... I don't want you to use Expertise, though, because I have just a great board state right now. So if I go use Expertise in the yard, and then Instant in the yard, then I have Delirium. Just like that. I think I'll keep the Grimflare in my deck, but I'm not going to search for it here. See what I can get. Kalitas is probably nice. I think Kalitas is actually a good choice here. Verter Scarehawk might be just too hard for them to deal with. So I can go with Verter Scarehawk. Because I think at this point I just got to end the game. One there, one there. Just in case they have a Grasp of Darkness. I feel like they would have used it already though. And we'll uptick this with the plan of -7ing next turn. Just get to look at a whole new hand. We got a great board presence here. Delirium is online now, so we got 5-5, a 4-4, and a 7-7. I just don't see any way our opponent's going to come back from this. But I've been wrong before. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and there's the concession. Awesome. So, yeah, it looks like our opponent had kind of a sorcery speed removal heavy hand, which explains why they couldn't. They just didn't want to deal with the Grimflare, I guess. But a successful 4-1 league. I think I'm close to going into the mocks relatively soon, but we will. Let's open up these chests, shall we? I know people like chest openings, so we'll first let's take a look at the deck here. So overall, I think the deck performed fairly well. Made some good plays. I don't quite remember the match we lost because I'm recording this over a couple of days, but yeah. So here's the deck. I do like 3 copies of Dissenter's Deliverance main instead of 4 that Sean McLaren used in Grand Prix Montreal. I also like 3 Nissa instead of 4. And in exchange for that, I added a second Verter Scarehawk. I think 2 is correct to play, and then you get 4 copies of Fatal Push. Sideboard, 3 copies of Yahini's Expertise I think is very good for the Zombies matchup, especially because more the mono black version of the deck, but I do like 3 copies. Obnixilus for the UR matchup, that's pretty popular, as well as Gonti. The To the Slaughter was I never actually got to cast it in this league, but I think it's a really strong addition, especially because we hit Delirium fairly easily, and Planeswalkers are very potent in this standard metagame. It's very good against the Marty vehicles, which is making a comeback. Alright, let's get to some chest action. I'm going to open up all of these at once and see what we get. $50 play points, I'm always happy to see that. But after that, it looks not very good. This is a very, very bad, very poor case of opening. Yeah, very anticlimactic. Mystifying Maze, I'm not sure if that's worth anything, but I don't know any of the other cards in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is a very poor chest opening. Man, this is almost as bad as the last set I've opened. But anyway, 50 play points, pretty cool. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like these videos, click subscribe if you really liked it, and we will see you soon.